Hi, welcome to another review of Sparky. Today I'm going to be reviewing Aquaman, the animated series, or the Adventures of Aquaman as it was called. Now this was made in around 66, so it is an old series, and it was made specifically for children at that time. The series itself was very good. They use a lot of stock animation, but you pretty much don't really notice it for the most part, due to the fact that a lot of the scenes are taking place underwater anyway. There's a couple of scenes that it's on the surface, but it's pretty much always underwater, making it's not as easy. It's not like a Spider-Man, the '67 series of Spider-Man, because there's buildings and it's just they all are distinctly different. That when you see the same footage over and over again in the same background, you tend to notice. But because this was underwater, it's nowhere near as noticeable. You notice it every now and again, but not anywhere near as much. This is a 36 episode cartoon. Each episode has 2 mini stories, which run for about 7 minutes each. So each episode is only around 15 minutes. But the complete runtime though of this disc is fairly good. It's around 264 minutes, so well over 2 hours. Well over 2 hours. So here's a look at the front cover there on the inside, and there's a look at the back there. We've got Aquaman, no, an octopus there. There's a look at the inside. We have the 2 discs here. I'll pop this out so you can get a look at disc 1. And on the other side is a complete episode guide for the series. Pop that back in. And there's a look at the back as well. We will see a few of the characters that you may recognise. This one he being Black Manta, one of his most famous characters, and the other being his brother, which will come in later on in the season. There is another character in this as well who's not really in the comics anymore. It's this fella here. This fella's called Aqua. He is basically Aquaman's Robin. He's his teen sidekick, which was very common for characters to have in those days, whether it be Robin, whether it be Aqualad, whether it be Captain America's sidekick, Bucky Barnes. They were all very common to have at that time in the comic books. So the series itself, it also has one special feature, just the one. It's on for about 15 minutes, and it's a Sovereign of the Seas retrospective featurette. Just goes into a little bit about the cartoon, about the influences that went into it, and the influence of Aquaman himself. It's a total of 36 cartoons, and for me it was a very entertaining cartoon. The only downfall with this, with it was, let's say, the stock animation. They do use that a lot. Unfortunately, back in the 60s, there was a lot of cost cutting with cartoons. And if you've seen any of the previous cartoons, Spider-Man, Batman, the Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, they're all the same. Only thing I will say is this is probably one of the best ones I've seen. This inspired the Spider-Man '67. Considering they use stock animation, it doesn't get all that stale. Considering that they use a lot of the same footage and a lot of the different cartoons to save money. Whereas if you watch some of the cartoons, that Hulk, Incredible Hulk, 60s cartoon is just downright awful. I got it in a set with the 3 series. The 66, there was a 70s series and the 90s animated series, and it just happened to be in it as well. So I just took it and I watched it, and it wasn't very good. But this was very entertaining. The only drawback though is this like a lot of the DVDs I've done so far, is region 1. Haven't checked that it'll work on a UK DVD player yet that hasn't got the multi-region like mine has. But I'll leave it in a preview in my next video after I've checked to see if this works. The only other drawback as well is the DVD itself. I got this off eBay, relatively cheap. The DVD itself only cost about £9, a little over £9, so not even a tenner, but it cost me £13 to get it shipped over here with the post and packaging charges. So obviously that took that way up to nearly £25 by the time I'd paid that. But it was a series that I'd been thinking about getting for a while and I really wanted it, and I'd seen it a lot dearer in total. At other times I've seen them being sold for £40–50 all in at times for this set because it's out of print. So if you do see it on eBay for round about that price all in, including your post and packaging, and you want it, definitely give it a buy. If you're not really bothered about having it and it's not something that you really want to see, I'll just give it a miss. And maybe try and download the series if you can and watch it that way. I haven't seen any available downloads and I haven't seen any episodes on YouTube at all. I had a wee look myself to see if I could find an episode or two to watch to get an idea of what it was like, and could not find one at all. But the series itself is a very good series. If you're into your DC animation and you're into superheroes in general, it's definitely worth a pick up. Now, it is predominantly a kids cartoon, so don't expect anything like you would get in the Batman animated series from the 90s, or the Beware the Batman, you've seen that, which have got a little bit of a darker tone, or the Superman animated series as well they did in the 90s, which is lighter than the Batman, but it still has a wee bit more of a darker tone at times. But this is just a half hour of even a half hour of entertainment for children at that time. It's definitely worth a pick. I really enjoyed the cartoon. I'm a big geek and I love cartoons in general, and I quite like the 60s cartoons because some of them can just be funny because they're completely ridiculous. Like your Superman and your Thor cartoons are a bit silly, but they're still entertaining, a bit like the 60s Batman live Batman series. You don't watch that series to see a classic Batman story, you watch it because it's not taking itself seriously and it's really funny. And I really enjoyed that series, and I also have that series on Blu-ray, and I'll probably do some sort of unboxing and review on that at some point once I've watched it again and get an idea of what to say. So that's me for this review. Definitely worth picking it up. It's like I say, it is a region 1. I will put in a comment below to say whether it can play on a UK player once I've tested it. So check the comments down below after you watch the video to see that. And that's about all I can say about it. Let's say it will cost you a few pounds, but it's definitely worth it if you're into the 60s animated series. So that's all from me just now. Feel free to leave the thumbs up and leave any comment you like, positive or negative. It will help me improve the videos otherwise, either way. And also feel free to subscribe as well and tell your friends, send links to the channel to get as much people subscribed as possible. The more people we get subscribed, the more reviews I'll do, and the more types of reviews, whether it be wrestling, games, DVDs, movies when I go to the cinema to see them, or whatever it might be that I can get my hands on. I'm probably doing an unboxing of, I've got 2 t-shirts coming from eBay from New Japan. I got one's coming from Hong Kong and the other one's just a UK based seller, but if both these t-shirts come through and they come through relatively quickly and they're good quality, it may be worth having a wee look, and I'll give you the names of the sellers in case you want to pick any New Japan t-shirts up from those sellers. So that's me for now, and I'll see you next time on the video. Thank you.